Welcome to Detours, Understanding Acquired Brain Injury.
Hi, and welcome to today. We're with Kate, and we're going to be talking about how swimming helps her. As I said, she's a skilled equestrian, but she also likes to swim. She's good at swimming too. And we're going to be talking about different kinds of activities with Kate and how they help people to deal with after a brain injury and how they help us to recover and ways that they serve. Now, I had mentioned before about silver sneakers with Social Security and Medicaid, that you can access the pool and other things like that and other activities. So keep in mind there are things available through Social Security, Medicare, things like that, that don't cost a lot of money. Now, as Kate had pointed out previously, you don't have to be an equestrian or anything like that. There are physical things you can do. And so now I will turn it over to Kate, and she can speak to you about like how water therapies help her. So if you introduce yourself. Hi.
Hi, Mark. I'm Kate. I'm also a acquired brain injury survivor. I have always liked exercise. It makes me feel better. There was times when all I could do was take walks, and that worked for me. And I think that swimming is something that most people can do, even if you have arthritis, leg problems, trouble getting around. Even if you get in the pool and walk, it's exercise. You have to clip that part.
That's okay. It's like, since we're doing this, it's like, are there like specific activities that you have found are like better for you as far as like in the water, things that you found got, the blood moving or like helped you with focus, concentration, or like in the long term, things that did for you, like helped you in that way?
With swimming, I don't think there's anything in particular. I've swum laps. I love swimming in the ocean.
Ooh.
It's not just pool swimming. I like swimming in the ocean also. There's more with balance because you got to deal with the waves. And I'm being outside. Mark and I swim together. A lot of times all we do is tread water and talk, but that's still exercise.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like sometimes just like the treading water, doing water walking, and there are like like group activities too, and it's like helping with the social components and stuff like that. That's really important. So as far as like doing those kind of activities, is there like other things? Is there like something you'd recommend for a younger survivor? Things that might help a person who's younger, first of all, anything like that?
Tell me what you mean by younger. What age?
Teens, 20s, 30s, because a lot of them have like motor vehicle accidents and end up like broken, legs, spine, things like that.
I think as far as swimming, whatever you can do is good exercise, even if you're not necessarily getting your heart rate up. I find that it feels good for me just to get out and move my body. But I couldn't think of anything in specific.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Because I think it's just as much like getting, it's like getting out into, it's the socialization, it's the movement, and for at least for me, I like just being able to put my mind elsewhere and forget about like stressors. And the water. The water's good because it like lifts your body. If you maybe talk to an aquatic therapist or PT, or talk to your physiatrist. Your physiatrist may have recommendations. Did you work with a physiatrist, PT, or anything like that? They tell you anything like that?
When I had actually 2 brain injuries. One was 20 years ago, the other one was about a year ago. After I left the hospital, I was supposed to use a walker until I was cleared by my physical therapist. Now, fortunately, he did clear me the first day.
That's good.
But I told them I wasn't going to go back in the hospital because of doing something silly like not using the walker. On that one, I would definitely swallow your pride, because if you fall down, you're going to be in worse shape. I use the walker right around the house.
So what would you then advise people? It's like a lot of people get stubborn, or it's like they're thinking, I think I can get by, or like bathroom or like whatever. Any advice then for people who are like PT related or anything like that?
Fall down.
Yeah, that would.
It's sort of a no-brainer, but I think that it's important to realize how important that is. Just because you feel like you can reach the towel across the room, or you can reach this, or you can bend over and get that, doesn't mean that you really can. So you're feeling better, but you really want to take the risk of falling down and hurting your brain and the rest of your body again. Like I said with the walker, I think it was only a few days till my first physical therapy appointment. You don't want to take that risk. It may not be a high chance that you'll get hurt, but it's bad enough if you do.
Then keep in mind too is like, if you slip and you fall, you hit your head, guess what? Every time you hit it, it's worse. So take Kate's advice, take my advice, and speak with your PT. Like if you want to get involved in water activities, your local rehab hospital, many of the local pools have like water classes, swimming, stuff like that. And if you want to learn how to swim, that's great. If you want to work on your treading water, there are plenty of people that you can work with. And through Social Security and stuff like that, you can find help and support. And just moving your body again. It's like Kate had stressed before. Anything else you want to add?
As far as physical therapy, when you're seeing a physical therapist, if you ask for aquatherapy, they'll probably do it. I also know of people who they were going back to a physical therapist on a regular basis, and they were actually allowed to go in and swim even when they weren't working with a therapist. So another option. Not all the physical therapy places do have a pool. So that might be something to look around about. But I think there's a lot of opportunities there.
Great. Actually, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about it, but I'm sure a lot of places do allow for like free swimming and like stuff like that as they teach you. And then there are a lot of like therapy pools, like Hydroworks and stuff like that we had at the hospital where I worked before. I had like Hydroworks and other hydrotherapy, and there's like the saunas and other things. So great. So I just want to say thanks, Kate. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for good advice for our viewers. And if you have any questions, anything like that, you want to ask Kate or me about athletics and things like that, so just please post them below. Ask questions. We'll put it under the Ask Kate section in our viewer. And so thanks a lot and have a good day. And you know what to do, guys. Thanks very much and bye. 3, 2, 1, rolling.
Thank you for watching Detours, Understanding Acquired Brain Injury. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon. If you have questions, please enter them in the discussion below.